Hello everyone, this is Rohit from the Nikon India technical team. Welcome to this session of the DSLR filmmaking tutorial. In this session, we'll be discussing three aspects of filmmaking, that is workflow, pre-production and conceptualization. Let's go ahead and explore these sections. When it comes to the workflow of filmmaking, the most important aspect is the concept. You need to define a concept. It's basically an idea where you share it with the team members so that everyone is on the same page. It also establishes the connect with budget so that everyone works towards the same goal. It also helps us gather all the things that we need to create or acquire for the same purposes. Whether a production house is big or small, concept is something which everyone uses. So that was all about the concept. Now when we elaborate a concept, that basically translates into a script. A script is like a blueprint of your production. Script basically includes dialogues, narration, notes about your shooting location, camera angles, camera movement, settings, talks about lighting, audio and video effects, and much more. So in all, it gives you all the information that you need for your production. Hence, it becomes very important to make sure you include each and every detail, as much as detail possible in your script. Once we have the script in place, the next most important thing is to talk about budgeting. Budgeting is something that you plan early in the project. It should be as much as in detail possible to give you a better grip of the budgetary expenses. Budgeting could include professional costs of the models, actors, co-workers, location fees, material and equipment that is hired on rent, any food expense, data storage expenses, transportation expenses. As long as we identify all the details, all the expenses, it is very important to keep a complete tab on the budget so that your production costs can be within the budget limits. Once our budget is in place, we need to start thinking about the storyboard. Storyboard is actually the sequences and sketches of all the key actions and moments in our story. It is actually like a comic strip where we have a pre-visualization of all the sequences, actions that need to happen so that the entire team gets to know what needs to be shot. This activity also helps to basically understand complex sequences, what is expected out of the sequence, and puts everyone on the same page. The storyboard essentially consists of light, action, camera movements and sound. The storyboard gives you a pictorial representation and helps you in achieving all those shots that you're looking for. Another very important step in our filmmaking is location recce. Location recce is nothing but location scouting. It's very advisable to actually go and visit the location physically. During location recce, it is very important to resolve a lot of your logistical issues. The distance from the base location, what kind of light arrangements are available for the indoor or outdoor shoot, if any, what is the prevailing light, the ambient light, and at different times of the day, weather conditions, transportation, food, if you need any generator, what kind of vendor arrangement is possible. All those things come into picture. Any fee, any local permissions that are required to conduct the shoot, all these become part and parcel of the location recce. So here are a few tips that you can keep in mind while going about with your pre-production. We should know our cast and we need to make sure that they all work very well together. While working with the non-professionals, it's very important to guide them about the clothes that they are wearing. Especially when they are wearing clothes that have lines and patterns, it could be problematic while shooting. The reason behind this is those clothes with lines and patterns give you the moire effect. Wherever necessary, make sure you get all the necessary permissions in advance. We should also take care of all the sets, props and costumes that need to be used in production well in advance. In case you are hiring any equipment or any kind of gear, it's very important to get them well in time so that you're very comfortable in using them while in production. It's important to make list of your inventory and manage the gear. So that was all about pre-production. So now let's talk about things that you need to keep in mind while in production. There are few reports and roles that are very important while in production. First and foremost comes the editor's report. The editor's report is taken care by the assistant director. This report explains or talks about the entire shot, the number of shots taken, the duration of each shot, lenses used, its description. It also has information on good takes and bad takes as commented by the director. Then the next report that we have is the camera report. This report is the responsibility of the assistant cinematographer. This report takes care of all the technical information that needs to be there with the cinematographer. Some of the inclusions of this report are f-stops, shutter speed, light ratios, so on and so forth. All this information are very essential in the post work that is done. Now let's discuss some very important on-ground checks that need to be in place before rolling a shot. These include camera angles, continuity and composition. Let's first talk about the camera angles. We have various camera angles. We'll start with high angle. High angle is where the camera is looking down at the subject from a high angle. Then we have the eye level. Now in this kind of a shot, the camera is leveled with the subject and looking towards the subject. Then we have the low angle. Low angle is a shot where the camera is positioned anywhere below the eye line. In this case, the camera is looking upward towards the subject. The effect of this kind of a shot makes the character look more stronger and powerful. Then we have the point of view, or also referred as POV shot. In this kind of a shot, the audience sees exactly what the character sees on the screen. This kind of shot helps establish an emotional connect between the audience and the character. Now talking about OTS or over the shoulder, this kind of a shot is also very prominent. Just as the name suggests, this kind of a shot is taken of someone or something with the perspective that mimics as if someone is looking over someone else's shoulder. Then we have the bird's eye view. In this kind of a shot, the camera is placed at an extremely high angle right over the scene, looking down towards the subject. So that's all we have for the camera angles. Now let's talk about continuity. Continuity helps in careful planning to create a consistent vision of the story or the narrative. By maintaining continuity, one can handle the cinematic time and space, build consistent space relationships with screen directions, and create consistent temporal sequencing while editing. Now let's talk about the 180-degree rule. The 180-degree rule implies that we need to keep the camera on one side of the action. Now here the camera stays on one side of the axis of action throughout the whole scene. This keeps the character compositionally grounded on one side of the screen. This is referred to as a rule since the camera doesn't shift sides between these two characters. In case ever the camera changes or jumps over this axis, it gives an impression to the audience that the characters have reversed their position. So therefore, bearing in mind all these camera angles and the 180-degree rule, it becomes very important to handle the continuity in filmmaking. Now let's talk about composition. Composition is how you choose to frame your film in the entire scene. There are three basic forms of shot composition. We have a long shot, medium shot and a close-up. In a long shot, you typically see a significant amount of shooting environment. The performers in this type of a shot are usually seen small. Medium shot is perhaps the most commonly used shot composition. A medium shot would usually show a performer from their waist upward. In a close-up shot, you would generally see a performer's detail. It could be details in their face. At times, you could also pick an object like a clock. This kind of shot basically fills up the frame. Now let me share with you some additional tips while we are on ground shooting. Always take an extra backup of your footage. Try to carry extra batteries. Know your camera's limitations. Hotspots and burnouts are absolutely okay. Treat your DSLR camera as a film camera. And last but not least, filters are your friends. So that's all we have for this section. We'll be back with some more information. Until then, this is Rohit signing off.